Hi YouTube, this is Robonuts1 here, and I'm here to review for you episode 17, The Huntress Returns. The Huntress returns to the Arrow universe since her debut in episode 7 and 8, which is essentially her origin story. Also in this episode, we have Tommy dealing with Oliver's reveal in the last episode. Thea tries to help Roy Harper get a job at Oliver's club, and in the flashbacks, Oliver and Slade steal a computer drive that allows them to do an exchange with the mercenary. Finally, we see the aftermath of Laurel's mother's arrival, and the effect it has on Laurel and Detective Lance. The Huntress in this episode was out of control. Her motives didn't make any sense, and Jessica DeGal's delivery of her lines were really flat to me. I don't know if anyone else thought her lines were flat, but I think they were flat. The Huntress is still seeking revenge on her father, killing his lawyer in cold blood in order to find her father and kill him. Helena is no longer able to see beyond her own revenge. She's hardly any sympathetic qualities in her character, unlike in her origin story that told us how her father killed her fiancé. And the Huntress is killing for no reason, and she's not really trying to fight against it. The Birds of Prey Huntress struggled with the desire to want to kill. However, this Huntress doesn't seem to have the same struggles. She likes killing, and I ask, what makes her different from any other villain in the Arrow universe? I ask the show, why should fans care about an unsympathetic character who likes to kill people? Because yes, Oliver is a killer, but he struggles with fighting against that. And to me, that is a bit more interesting than this Huntress character who is killing just for the sake of killing and not really having any sort of control. So I really hope that in future episodes that we may get in season 2, that they make Huntress sympathetic again and return her to the darker version of Oliver. As mentioned, I felt that Jessica DeGal's delivery felt flat. Her lines were very stiff and had no energy or emotion in her portrayal. Particularly in the Tommy's torture scene, that really felt flat. The episode also saw McKenna Hall get written out of the show. She was hit by an arrow aimed by Helena, and this seriously wounded her, and she's now off in Coast City, where Hal Jordan lives. And I really think this is unfortunate, as it was nice to see Oliver in love with someone and not pining over either the Huntress or Laurel. And I think she was written out way too quickly, which is unfortunate because what will happen at the end of the season, which I'll get to, yeah, I'll leave you with that. Tommy begins to sort through his feelings regarding Oliver's reveal, learning some of the sacrifices that Oliver has to make throughout the episode, as he has to keep this secret from Laurel. There is still a lot of room left for Oliver and Tommy's friendship to either go right or wrong. And it sort of has this Sam Raimi Green Goblin feel to it, which I thought was a very interesting way to go about it. The Lance family plot added quite a lot of baggage in this episode, adding a little bit of a convoluted plot in the episode, because we basically have Tommy's ordeal, Oliver's ordeal, and Laurel's ordeal, with a little bit of Thea's ordeal. And it's too much in one episode to really sustain. Dinah Lance discovers that Sarah may be alive, revealing that there were several more islands aside from the one Oliver was on. Detective Lance struggles with this, having spent a number of years trying to move on from Sarah. I enjoyed seeing the turmoil that Detective Lance goes through, and I understand and sympathize with him. Alex Kingston played an excellent Dinah Lance. I enjoyed seeing her in the episode. Roy Harper and Thea were really fun this episode. We saw brief references to the speedy Red Arrow futures that these two characters may have. Roy Harper fights several Glades gangbangers, showing more great moves. We also saw Roy's phobia of needles, which I thought was really interesting, as it made his character interesting, as it was referencing Roy's drug addiction from the comic. So I thought, did Roy have a drug addiction, or is it a strange phobia that we don't know about? Either way, it was a great reference. One minor complaint, however, is how quickly Roy and Thea's relationship is developing. It seems too quick, their relationship, and I would like to have seen a build-up to the relationship. However, that being said, Thea has a character arc, so that's a good thing. At least they're now doing something with her character. In the flashbacks, Oliver steals a computer drive that stops the military weapon that the mercenaries have. We also see more Oliver's fighting style being seen, and how he contrasts with Slade's more aggressive fighting style. Oliver also seems to use his head a lot more than Slade does, so there were some nice parallels there. So that's my review for The Huntress. Thank you very much for listening, and stay tuned for more Arrow reviews. Bye.